Live on Face. Shalom, Israel. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander YAHANNA. We are the home for the truth. You understand me? In the I.S.U.P.K, we are not like any Christian churches. We are not like any so-called Hebrew Israelite gatherings or fellowships or whatever word you want to call for it. We are the home of the truth. Right. And if you want the truth, then there's no other place you can get it but here. You understand me? Under Commander YAHANNA, who stood his ground, held his post. That's right. And made possible for us to be here today, worldwide. You understand me? We got to, all right, what's up? With that, this is the Sabbath service in Houston. And what we do in the Sabbath service is we go over the Hebrew and the English of the scriptures, and with that, we break down the scriptures, giving you full circle understanding of the scriptures in a understanding where you would not have gotten anywhere else. You understand me? Or you won't get it anywhere in the Christian church. You understand me? With that, give me 1 second. All right. With that, you good? All right. With that, we're gonna Amadim, which means to stand.
Uriah, Banyamyam, Banyashala.
Yahaba Shem Al-Shah Brakatum.
Yahaba Shem Al-Shah Brakta.
Yahashala. All right. We're going to go over our prayers. When we do our prayers, we do our prayers in the Hebrew first and then in the English. So, Amajim Wapanya Hakodam, Saw, which means to stand, turn, and face the east.
Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Ayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakwaka. Taba'ah. Ratazayaka. Ayah. Aisha. Baratazah. Kawa. Ayah. Bashemayim. Nathanawa. Come. Call. Yawam. Wasalak Yinawa. Kabawat Yinawa. Kasalak Yinawa. Kabawat Yinawa. Wala'ah. Nabaya Yinawa. Manasaya One. Abal. Awashaya Yinawa. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wahala. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Give us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Will be. I catch the power. In the Hebrew, Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Abakashah. Nathanawa. Hakat. Lahapa.
Larapa.
Kalmadalawa.
Kalmakala.
Wakalmadalawa. Hakat. Lahatahar. How Matazarayim.
Hakat.
Lahakuyam. Hamathiam. Hakat. Al-Rakawah. Ha'amatallah.
Atama
Lagar-Shan.
Mahashim Yahushua.
The Water
Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manners of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclein spirits.
Cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua. Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Ayanya. Al-Haharim. Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Azariah. Ma'ayin. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayim. Wa'aratazah. Al-Yathan. Lamawat. Regalka. Yanawam. Shamarka. Hayan. Hana. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yashan. Shawamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Al-Yad. Yamyanka. Yawamam. Hashemash. La'ah. Yakaka. Wayarak. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Kalra. Yashamar. Athnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'atka. Wabawaka. Ma'aita. Wa'aid in the English. I will lift up my eyes. To the hill. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee. Will not slumber. Behold. He that keepeth Israel. Shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. Even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. All Damayalaka. All Takarash. All Tashakwat. All. Kayahanna. Our Yapika. Yahama Yawan. Wa Mashana Yaka. Nasa Awa. Ra'ash. Al-Amaka. Ya Ira Yamwa. Sawad. Wa Yata Aitazawa. Al Tazapawanyaka. Amarwa. Lakawa. Wa Nakakidam. Magalia. Wala'a. Yazakar. Sham Yasha'ala. Iwad. Kaya. Now wa Aitazawa. La. Yakadwa. Al Yaka. Waya. Yakarakwa. Ahoya. Adawam. Wayashama Alayaham. Wa'aba. Wahagarya. Gabal. Wa'amawan. Wa'amalak. Kalasha. I'm Yashabia. Tazawar. Gamashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawat.
Hayawat.
Zarawat.
Zawad.
Labanyala Wat.
Labayana Wat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aishalaham.
Aishalaham.
Kamadia.
Kamadia.
Kasayasa Ra'a.
Kasayasa Ra'a.
Kayabyan.
Kayabyan.
Manakar.
Manakal.
Kwayashwan.
Wayashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ayanda Ara.
Bayanda Ara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Raman.
La Adama.
La'arma.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nadiyamawa.
Nadiyamawa.
Kara.
Kawa.
Wakazaba.
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 Waka. Na'awa.
Nawa.
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Alahaya.
Alahayam.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagogala.
Kagala.
Kakwat.
Kakosh.
La Panyaraka.
Lapayawaka.
Ka'at.
Kayat.
Daba Ira Ira.
Daba Ira.
Wakala Haba.
Wakalaba.
Dalahat.
Dalahat.
Haryam.
Haryam.
Khan.
Khan.
Daradapma.
Daradapma.
Masa Iraka.
Masa Iraka.
Wabasa Wapatka.
Wabasa Wapaka.
Dabahalam.
Dabahalam.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Palawan.
Palawan.
Wayaba Kwashwa.
Wayaba Kwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayaba Hawa.
Wayaba Hawa.
Ayai.
Ayai.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayada Iwa.
Wayada Iwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Ata.
Ata.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Labadka.
Labadka.
Al Yawan.
Al Yawan.
Al Kaha Ratza.
In the English. Keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O power.
O power.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
Be not still.
Be not still.
O power.
O power.
For lo thy enemies make a tumult.
For lo thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have said.
They have said.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
They have said.
Come.
Come.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Yashala.
That the name of Yashala
may be no more remembered.
may be no more remembered.
But they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites of Moab.
And the Ishmaelites of Moab.
And the Hagarine.
And the Hagarine.
The Baal.
The Baal.
Ammon. And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assyrians also joined with them.
Assyrians also joined with
They
them.
have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kaisa.
At the brook of Kaisa.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They become a dung for the earth.
They become a dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like Zeb.
And like Zeb.
Yea. All their princes like Asabah.
All their princes as Sabbath.
And as Samuna.
And as Samuna.
Who has said.
Who has said.
Let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of the power and possession.
The houses of the power and possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the flame setteth the mountain on fire.
As the flame setteth the mountain on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Yea, let them be put to shame.
Yeah, let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou. Whose name alone is. Whose name alone.
Whose name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high over all the earth.
Art the most high over all the earth. So, and Yeshami, which means to see. Yes, sir.
Learn from this. Frankincense.
I guess they got both hands.
It's got some.
The tree bark.
Right. No, what the tree barks?
This tree bark right?
No. That's the drum.
That's the shirt. I'm talking about the tree bark in there.
The tree bark in here. That's the fake thing. That's the Esau murder.
God dang.
The profane smell to the room.
Like this one. That's it. Some other stuff. So like, all right. So,
Salakia to everybody who's watching this. It's just brotherhood, man. Y'all don't normally see that in the Christian church or anywhere outside of the school. We got are we having a little bit of technical difficulties on the internet? It's patchy.
Yeah, it blinks on and out. Watch this shit.
Yeah, because it look like it. You keep popping in there and out of there on some other stuff. But anyway,
We good though.
That's what I said. That's what I said. I was like, what's going on here? It smells like it's some, they call it some sage up in here. So
Must grab that from the bag.
grab the wrong bag or something. So like it. Nah, that's a joke. All right, with that, we at Genesis 44. We've been talking about the story of Joseph being in Egypt and dealing with his brothers in a way to make his brothers, to vexate his brothers for the things that they've done to him. You understand me? We're just going over it right now, where we left off at 43. At the end of 43, let me see.
Chilling in the crib. Eating with them.
Right, yeah, and they sat in rank and order of their birth, rather. You know what I'm saying? Joseph being at the high seat of the table because he was the governor. That was his house. You understand me? But we're gonna keep going from there. We'll start at Genesis 44:1. Just make sure y'all got your notes and pads. You know what I'm saying? You can mark it at Genesis 44:1, and that's when we'll start.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 44, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayah Tazawah, Atha, Bashar, Il, Bayatwa, La Amar, Mala'ah, Atha, Amathakath, Anashim, Akal, Kashar, where you call one, Sha'ath, Washayim, Kasap, Ayash, Papaya, Amathakatwa, what is it? Amathkathama. Wa'ath. No, Wa'ath. Gabayai, Hakasat, the Shayim, Papaya, Amathakath, Aquatan, Wa'atha, Kasat, Shabaya, Wayaish, Wayaisha, the bar, verse 3, Habaquar, a war, Wahashim, Shalakwa, Hama, Wakamar Yaham, Wachamar Yaham, Yataza'awa, Atha, Ha'ayar, La'a, Harachayakwa, Uyahakwawa, Uyarak, Wara, Harachaya, Koya. Yawasap, Amar, the Ashar, Isle, Yakwa, Wawam, Radak, Akoragwa, Akarya, Anashim,
sir.
Shagatham, Waha, Shagatham, wa Amartha, Alaham, Lama, Shalamatham, Ra'ai, Shalamtham, Ra'aya, Shalamatham, Ra'aya, or Ra'aya, Thakath, Tawab. Verse 5. Tawaba. Alawa. Za'a. Ashar. Yeshita. Adanya. Bawa. Wahawa. Akash. Inakash. Bawa. Haraitam. Ashar. Aishayatam. Verse 6 in the Hebrew. Wayashagam. Wayadabar. Alaham. Atha. Hadabaryum, Allah, verse 7, Waya Amarwa, Alyawa, Lama'a, Yadabar, Adanya, Kadabaryum, Allah, Kala, Kalayala, La'ibadyak, Ma'aishawath, Kadabar, Hazah, Han, Kasah, Shawn, Mataza Anya, no, Mataza Anwa, Bapaya, Amath Kathawa, Ashaya Banwa, Alayak, Ma Arataza, Kanai, Wa Ayak, Naganab, Mabayak, Adanyak, Kawasa, no Kasa, Awa, Za'a. Verse 9, Ashar, Yamataza'a, Athwa, Ma'ibadiak, Komath, Ma'ibadiak, Wamath, Wagum, Anaknawa, Nahaya, La Adanya, La Ibadi. Verse 10, Waya Amar, Gum, Aitha, Kadabaryakam, Khan, Hawa, Ashar, Yamataza, Athwa, Yahaya, Laya, Ibad, Wa'atham, Sahayawa, Naquaya, or Naquaya. Verse 44, chapter 40, Genesis chapter 44, verse 1 in the English. And he commanded the steward of his house.
This is Joseph talking. He's commanding the steward, or he's giving the steward of his household, the secretary, the man in charge of his house. He's about to give him instruction. Get the book.
And he commanded the steward of his house, saying, fill the men's sack with food, as much as they can carry, and put every man's money in his sack's mouth.
Fill the men's sack with food, as much as they can carry. Fill the men's sack with food as much as they can carry, and put every man's money in the sack of their mouth. So he's gonna give them as much food as they can carry and all their money that they brought with them.
And put my cup, the silver cup, in the sack's mouth of the youngest, and his corn money. And he did according to the word that Joseph had spoken.
And put my cup, my favorite cup, go put that in the sack of the youngest one, in the mouth, at the top of the sack. You know what I'm saying? Put it right there, so when you open up the sack, you'll see it right there in the sack. Put it in. Yeah. So put that in the put my cup in this sack. You know what I'm saying? The steward, being a good steward, you know what I'm saying, being a good servant of his master. He counted one con, so did exactly what he did. He said to do. Keep going. Counted one con, sir.
And verse 3, as soon as the morning was light, the men were sent away, they and their asses.
So soon as morning hit, they went out on their way, going back to their daddy. You know what I'm saying, going back to Jacob. All the brothers that they came with. Keep going.
Come. And when they were gone out of the city and not yet far off, Joseph said unto his steward, up, follow after them, and when thou dost overtake them, say unto them, wherefore have you rewarded evil for good?
Joseph, like I told y'all before, Joseph is giving his brothers a hard time.
Right.
He say, all right, the brothers had already left. He's like, all right, steward, go out there, and when you go out there, and when you overtake them, meaning when you pass, when you get in front of them, stop them and say,
wherefore have ye rewarded evil for good?
So you go basically saying, dang, so this how you do us? You know what I'm saying? You gonna do bad after all this good we just gave? You gonna hug us after that? This is how you hug us. This is how you do us. You understand me? Keep going.
Con. Is not this in which my Lord drinketh, and whereby indeed he divided? Have ye done evil in doing so?
So ain't this my Lord's cup? Ain't this the I.S.U.P.K cup right here?
Good night.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and whereby indeed he divided, and ain't this the same cup that he drink out of, his favorite cup?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where he drink his wine out of, this is his cup. You understand me? He say, ye have done evil in so doing. This, you dead wrong for this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You dead wrong.
And he overtook them and spake unto them these same words.
Con. That boy didn't. He followed the order.
Right.
This is what I just told you was what Joseph was telling him to do. So he just went on ahead and did what Joseph. I mean, this goes to show you that this is a sidebar. You understand me? But this is important to know. The faithful stewards, the people that actually follow orders, when somebody gives them an order in the Bible, you don't hear any questioning. You don't ever hear people, you know what I'm saying, going asking any questions about what's done. Usually it's very simple. You know what I'm saying? It'll say, hey, go do this. And then the next verse, which is pretty short, would be like, and it was done. You know what I'm saying? Like this something, it's small, but it's big that you got to take from this.
Right. It's
when you see faithful stewards in the Bible, when instructions are given, they don't argue, they don't ask too many questions. It's con and they get it done. It's not you know what I'm saying? I mean, that being said, in everything we do, we need to be trying to be good stewards to the men above us. You know what I'm saying? Just like you are a good steward to the man above you, soon you will have stewards of your own that you will expect to be good stewards to you. So as good as a steward you are to the man above.
And they said unto him, wherefore saith my Lord these words? God forbid that thy servant should do according to this thing.
And they said to him, man, what is you talking about, fam? Like, why would we do such a thing? Why would we do that? You know what I'm saying? Why? We your service. Why would, like, we under it, man? Come on, man. Why would we do that?
Verse 8, behold, the money which we found in our sack's mouth, we brought again out, Salakia, we brought again unto thee out of the land of Canaan. How then should we steal out of thy Lord's house silver or gold?
You remember last time we came down here and we bought food and y'all didn't take our money. We brought that money back. You know what I'm saying? So why would we take something from you now after we done something like that? Keep going.
Verse 9, with whomsoever of thy servants it be found, both let him die, and we also will be my Lord's bondmen.
So they was real confident about this. They was very confident. They like, if you find what you looking for in our stuff, then whoever stuff you find in there, let him die, and the rest of us, we gonna be slaves to you. We know we ain't stole nothing from you. We just know it.
Okay, verse 10. And he said, now also let it be according unto your words. He with whom it is found shall be my servant, and ye shall be blameless.
And he said, now let it be according to your words. You know what I'm saying? You said this now. Whoever I find it with, they're gonna be my servant, and you should be blameless. Meaning you Salaki, hold on. Yeah. He with whom it is found shall be my servant. So whoever I find it gonna be the servant. Genesis chapter 44:11 for those who follow along in Hebrew.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 44, verse 11 in the Hebrew. Waya Maharya what? Waya Waradwa Ayash Atha Amathakathwa Harataza Wayathakawa no Wayathakawa Ayash Hamathakathwa Wayachapash God the wall, a call, Wabatan, Kala, Mataza, Hagabayai, Amataka, Banyami, Iowa, Shamalatum, Imas, Ayash, Il, Hamarwa, Shabwa, Ayara, Yabah, Yahawada, Akua, Bayatha, Bayathia, or Bayatha, Iwadno, Shum, Wayapawa, Lapanyawa, Rataza. Verse 15 in the Hebrew, Wayamar, Laham, Yawasa, Ma'ah, Amai, Hazah, Ashar, Ishayatham, Halawa'ah, Yadai, Yadaitham, Kaya, Nachash, Yanakash, Hayash, Ashar, Kamanya, verse 16 in the Hebrew, Waya Amar, Yahawada, Ma'ah, Na'amar, La Adanya, Ma'ah, Nadabar, Wa Ma'ah, Na Tazatak, Na Tazatada, Na Tazatad, Tadak, Na Tazatadak, Alahayim, Ma Taza'ah, Atha, Haiwan, Ibadyak, Ananwa, Ibadim, La Adanya, Gum, Anaknawa, Gum, Ashar, Namataza, It's good on it's on YouTube. YouTube is nice. Alright, that's me. Keep it going. Come. Hagabaya, Hagabayai, Bayadwa, verse 17, Waya Amar, Halayala, Laya, Ma'aishawath, Za'af, Ayash, Bashar, Namatazah, Laya, Ibad, Wa Atham, Ayu, Awa, Lashala, Goddamn. La Shalom.
Right.
No, I saw that what Captain Cox's I had put down and that thing silent. So now I know it's Shalom. The more it's out of there. How about you come? And that's just no. Well, you gosh. Come on. Well, you gosh. All you will. Yahawada. Well, ya Amar. But ya. I done ya. Ya the bar. Na I badak. I badka. The bar. Bazanya, Adanya, Wala Ocean, Wa'al, Salaki, mixed up sometimes. Yakar, I.S.U.P.K, Apaka, Ba'ibadka, Kaya, Kamawak, Kaparai, Idanya, Sha'al, Atha, Ibayawa, Ibadyawa, La Amar, Ayash, Lakam, Abba, Awa, Ak, Yash, Lanawa, Abba, Zaquan, Yawalad, Wayalad, Zaquanium, Quatan, Wa'akua, Matha, Wayawathar, Hawa, Labadwa, La Amawa, Abiyawa, Habawa, Ahabawa. In the English, the book of Genesis, chapter 44, verse 11. In the English, then they speedily took down every man his sack to the ground and opened every man his sack.
So they acted fast and they went straight to their boys' bags, dropped them on the ground, and got to going to them.
Verse 12. And he searched and began at the eldest and left at the youngest, and the cup was found in Benjamin's sack.
So he started at the oldest brother, which is Reuben, went all the way down to Benjamin, went through everybody's sack, and the cup was found in Benjamin's sack. Good man. God dog.
Verse 13. Then they rent their clothes and laid it every man his ass and returned to the city.
Then everybody just basically just turned around and headed back. Like, dang, like, it's messed up. Keep going.
Verse 14. And Judah and his brethren came to Joseph's house, for he was yet there, and they fell before him on.
So Judah was running the show at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because Judah was the one that begged Jacob to let Benjamin go with him. You know what I'm saying? So this is why they mentioning Judah right now.
If I may, sir. So they rent their clothes, man, and that's part of our culture. As far as, you know what I'm saying, somebody died, something major happened, a brother would rent their clothes and be like, oh man, be in anguish. So that's pretty much what they did. Like, God, Like, God, dog, you know what I'm saying? Daddy let me bring Benjamin so we could get something to eat. And I told him that, you know, Judah made a promise to Jacob and told him that he could, you know what I'm saying, in order for Benjamin to come so they can go to Egypt and go back to Egypt and get some more food to eat. You know what I'm saying? He told him, you know, you pretty much have what he told him. What? Yeah, you kill my son. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they all had in mind, brother. That's why they ripped their clothes, man. It was like, well, you know what I'm saying? We done made a promise with our father Israel, and we made a promise with these people too. So we gotta go on and, you know what I'm saying, go on, jump back on his ass and just go on back to where we gotta go.
It's like, if I could, just so y'all, just for clarity, what the brother's saying is correct. To rent your clothes mean to tear them. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine Bruce Banner when he get mad. He rips his shirt open like, Hope Mania. You know what I'm saying? He ripped his shirt open, you know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily saying that the brothers rip their shirt open like Hope Mania, you know what I'm saying? But they rip their clothes like that because, you know, in a moment of anguish, you know what I'm saying? Like the brother said, in a moment of distress, that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? He tore his clothes. You feel me? Oh, excuse me, they tore their clothes.
Right.
They were all like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? Just imagine.
Right.
You feel me? Like you ain't got nothing to take it out on, so you take it out on your shirt sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Like, God. Like, right. I mean, I'm just picking a part of a shirt. You know what I'm saying? Shirt sleeve, but you know they rent their clothes. I mean, it could be any part of their clothes. You know what I'm saying? The Bible doesn't say, so we won't assume what part of clothing that they rent, but they did tear their clothing because of what we
14. 13 is where they rent their clothes.
Right, so
before they did it.
All right, yeah. So Judah was running the show. You know what I'm saying? So when they all went to Joseph's house, he was there, meaning he was waiting on some shit. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they got there, they fell before him on the ground, meaning they was like, man, like just imagine, like, you know what I can compare it to? When you know you finna get a whooping and you go to the house and your mama is sitting on the couch with the belt.
Right.
Like, you just, at this point, you already know you didn't did bad at school. When you get home, you gonna get a whooping. As soon as you get home, she's sitting on the couch looking at you walk in the door with the belt right there laying next to the couch. You like, oh, please, mama, this was, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ready to just drop on your knees, you know what I'm saying, and beg your mama, whatever your mama wants. You ready to ask her for forgiveness, whatever needs to be done. Keep going.
Verse 15. And Joseph said unto them, what deed is this that ye have done? What ye not that such a man as I certainly divine?
Say, so basically, what kind of mess, what kind of stuff is this that y'all done did to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, when they say that I can certainly divine, I'm gonna go to the Hebrew just so I can work it down even deeper. Like, basically, hey. The word is Yanakash, you know what I'm saying, which is basically meaning didn't we, you know what I'm saying, dine together, you know what I'm saying? Didn't we, you know what I'm saying? When I what's the word I'm looking for? Cordial with y'all, like, wasn't.
And Judah said, What shall we say unto my Lord?
Damn.
What can I say?
My bad.
What can I say?
It's so it's our book. It's our book.
That's right.
What shall we speak? Or how shall we clear ourselves? God hath found out the iniquity of thy servants. Behold, we are my Lord's servant, both we and he also with whom the cup is found.
Like Judah, like, man, what can I say, man?
Right.
Yeah, dang, like, what can I say? What is that to say? You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I supposed to, like, what you want me to say? How can I clear myself? Like, how I'm gonna get out of this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? God has found iniquity of thy. The Most High have shown you that we messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not even understanding that Joseph is behind all of this. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, Joseph is trying to give his brothers the business. You know, his brothers is the same brothers that put him through all that stress that he went through, and you know what I'm saying, Lord was with him because he became the governor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it could have been a whole different way if the Lord hadn't been with him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, the brothers gonna get the business because they done that to him. And Joseph is sticking to the script. He is in character. That boy is not giving him no kind of just leeway. You know what I'm saying? He's playing it out. You know what I'm saying? He's saying,
Oh, you gonna feel this? I was in that
right, you
dungeon.
gonna feel this, right?
I was in that dungeon.
God has found out the iniquity of thy servants. Behold, we are the Lord's servants, both we and he. Also, now Judah right here, he really trying to, you know what I'm saying? He really like, you know what I'm saying? Like, say, we gonna serve for you, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, he at first he was like, you can kill her. You can kill. Now it's like, you know what I'm saying? We gonna serve you, even the one you found in there, we will serve you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We here to serve you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna switch it up just like a brother would do. You know what I'm saying? When you get to the like, see, nah, that ain't what I meant when I said that. What I really had meant was, you know what I'm saying, before.
Verse 17, and he said, God forbid that I should do so, but the man in whose hand the cup is found, he shall be my servant. And as for you, get you up in peace unto your father.
He said, I ain't finna even do all that. You know what I'm saying? But what I am gonna do is the man who had my cup, he gonna serve for me. And the rest of y'all go about y'all business. You know what I'm saying? Like just imagine the cup, he gonna be my servant. Yeah. You know, better yet, the one who found my cup, the one who we found, he'll be my servant.
Right.
Y'all, go on about your business.
Free to go.
Now this Judah, he already said if you don't bring my brother back, you kill my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like Judah not trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're gonna see in a minute. Keep going.
Verse 18, then Judah came near unto him and said, O my Lord, let thy servant, I pray thee, speak a word in my Lord's ear, Salakia, and let not thine anger burn against thy servant, for thou art even as Pharaoh.
This brother is trying his hardest to what they call it?
If I may, like Little Rascals, it's pretty good pleading. You know what I'm saying? He is pleading with, even called him Pharaoh, brother.
That's what I'm saying. It's like what's the
buttering them up.
Buttering them up. That's what I'm looking for.
Embellishing. You know what I'm saying?
Pete,
Trying to make Joseph feel like, you know what, you are Pharaoh, brother. You know what I'm saying? Go on and do this one little thing for me.
Pete,
like,
Pete, this the spirit of, you know what I'm saying? Look, so I mean, not to what you said is right.
Okay.
But Judah come up to him and was like, hey, Salakia, sir, if I could, hey, can I holler at you real quick? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I let you real fast. You know, like, hey, Baba Kasha, sir. Like, I mean, can I speak a word into your ear, man? Can I just tell you something, please? Just don't be mad. Just like Pharaoh, you know what I'm saying? Like you the boss right here. You know what I'm saying? You the big man. You know, I like just hear me out real quick, please. Like, hear me out. Keep on.
Khan, verse 19. My Lord asked his servants, saying, have ye a father or a brother?
So it's like right now he backtracking. You know what I'm saying? He rewinding back to the first incident. You feel me? Like, do we have a father and a brother, right? You know?
Khan, verse 20. And we said unto my Lord, we have a father, an old man, and a child of his old age, a little one, and his brother is dead, and he alone is left of his mother, and his father loveth him.
And we said to you, we do have a father, he old,
Right.
and a child of his old age, a little one, and his brother is dead, Joseph. Right? This is Judah talking to Joseph about what they said to him when they first ran into him and they kept sending him. So he said, and his brothers, and he talked about Benjamin, the little one, and his brother is dead, and he alone is left of his mother, which was Rachel. Rachel had died. So Rachel only had two sons, which was Joseph and Benjamin. Joseph was supposedly dead. So Benjamin, being the youngest, is who they're speaking of right now. You know what I'm saying? Being the little one. You know what I'm saying? He said, and he alone is left of his mother, and his father loveth him. And so that's just the build up. Judah gonna do a whole lot more. Keep going. Oh, we gotta go into the Hebrews a lot.
Right? It's the book of Genesis, chapter 44, verse 21 in the Hebrew. Wayathamar, all Ibadia, Hawarad, Alya. It was Magica. Hawaradwa. All Hawa Radawa. Alya. Ashima. Ashima. Ayanya. Alya. 22 in the Hebrew. Wana Amar. All Adanya La'ah Yawakal Kanayar Salaki Kanayar La'izab Atha Abiyawa Wa Izab Atha Abiyawa Wamat. Verse 23 in the Hebrew. Watha Amar all Ibadika La'ah Yarad Akikum Hakwatan Athakam La'a Masak Yawan La Ra'awa Anya. Verse 24 in the Hebrew. Yahaya Kaya Al Yanawa All Ibadka Abaya Wanagad Lawa Atha Debaria Idanya. Verse 25 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar Shabya Shabawa Shabarwa Lanawa Ma'ait Akal. Verse 26 in the Hebrew. Wana Amar La'a Nawakal La Radah Yash Yasha Yasha Akyanawa Hakwatan Athanawa Wayaradnawa Kaya La'a Nawakal La'awa Anya Ayash Wa'akinawa Hakwatan Ayanawa Waya Amar, verse 27 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar Ibadka Abaya Allah Yanawa Atham Yadai Yadaitham Kaya Shanayim Yaladah Salaki La Ya Ashakya. Verse 28 in the Hebrew. Wayataza'ah Ha'achad Ma'athia Wa Amar Torah Wala'a Ra'aya Yawa I.H.A.N.N.A. Verse 29 in the Hebrew. Walakwachatum. Is that right? Walakwachatum. Gum Atha Za'a Ma'ain Panya La Rakorawa Asawan, Wahab, Warata, Wahab, Waradathi, Atha, Shayabathia, Baraiah, Sha'ala. Verse 30. Wa'aitha, Kabaiah, all, Ibadka, Abaya, Anaya, Hanayar, Hanayar, Akanawa, Napashwa, Quashawar, Washawara, Banapashwa. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 44, verse 21 in the Hebrew, the English. Like, and thou said unto thy servants, bring him down unto me, that I may set my eyes upon him.
Judah saying to Joseph, when you said to us, your servants, bring him down to me, Benjamin, that I may set my eyes upon him.
Verse 22. And we said unto my Lord, the lad cannot leave his father. For if he should leave his father would die.
So he said Judah said, and we said to you, this boy can't leave his daddy, because if he leave his daddy gonna surely die. His daddy die.
Verse 23. And thou saidest unto thy servants, except your youngest brother come down with you, ye shall see my face no more.
And he said to them, and this is Judah again. Remember, it's Judah speaking to Joseph. He said, and you said to your servants, which is referring to them, if your younger brother, until your younger brother come down, then you will. It says except so. If your younger brothers come down with you, then you ain't got to worry about me no more, basically.
Verse 24. And it came to pass, when we came up unto thy servant, my father, we told him the words of my Lord.
When we went back to your servant who is our father, we told him what you said.
Verse 25. And our father said, go again and buy us a little food.
And our father sent us out to get some more food from you.
Verse 26. And we said, we cannot go down if our youngest brother be with us, then we will go down. For we may not see the man's face except our youngest brother be with us.
See, so we can't go. But if Benjamin with us, then we will go, because he told us that he ain't trying to see our face until he ain't trying to see us unless we got our youngest brother with us. You know what I'm saying?
Verse 27. And thy servant, my father, said unto us, ye know that my wife bare me 2 sons.
And Jacob said to them, you know, my wife Rachel, she only had 2 kids.
Verse 28. And the one went out from me, and I said, surely he is torn in pieces, and I saw him not since.
And Joseph, he went out from me, meaning, and Joseph went out from me, and I ain't seen him. So surely he dead. Like I ain't seen where he must be dead. You understand me? And I ain't seen him since he left me.
Verse 29. And if ye take this also from me, and mischief befall him, ye shall bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to the grave.
And if you take this one too, and something happened to him, then I'm gonna die of sadness. Gray fall, it says, gray hair, you shall bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to the grave, meaning I will lose my hair with sadness and die. You understand me? That's like the ultimate way of him, his distress unto death.
Verse 30. I just had to look it up to see what it actually meant. And it says playful misbehavior or troublemaking, especially in children. So he using a word, them that's saying like, I know y'all niggas did something.
Yeah, if something happened to them, you know what I'm saying? Basically, anything happened to them. Like mischief is like trouble. If something happened to them. This is like saying, it's like, how many of y'all got little brothers? Raise your hand if you got a little brother. So y'all know what your parents used to tell y'all when y'all, a little sister too. Little sister. When you used to
Don't stay out of trouble.
don't come back out of. What else they used to say? That's what he just said. What else?
Keep him out of trouble.
I'm gonna tell you what my daddy tell me. Something happened to your little brother, that's your ass. Something happened to your little brother, that's you. That's your ass. Something happened to your little brother. My daddy tell me. So we make sure that it wasn't my ass, because when nothing happened to my little brother when I was out. that's what Judah is explaining to him, you know what I'm saying? But not necessarily this is his ass, but that's my daddy's life. Right. My daddy gonna die. He's gonna die of sadness if this something happens to my brother. Right.
Verse 30. Now therefore, when I come to thy servant, my father, and the lad be not with us, seeing that his life is bound up in the lad's life.
He say, so when I go back to my daddy and he see that my little brother not with me, seeing that his life is bound upon his life, you know what I'm saying? So my daddy's life is determined based upon if I bring my little brother back, all right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're gonna go into the Hebrew right now, but you know, it's about to get, you know, this is Judah explaining, you know what I'm saying, but he breaking it down, you know what I'm saying, so that the governor, right, quote unquote, will understand how deep it gets with them, you know what I'm saying.
Oh God, this is the book of Genesis. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 44, verse 31 in the Hebrew. YAHANNA Kara'awa without Kara'awa Wathawa. I like that. I think that works. Kaya Hayan Hanair Wamath Wa'a Wara Wahawara Wahawaraya Radwa Wahawarayadwa. There you go. Ibadika Atha Shayaba Ibadka Abayanawa Bayagawa Bayagawan SHALAM. Verse 32 in the Hebrew. Kaya, I.S.U.P.K, I.R.A, Atha, Anayar, Ma'ayin, Abia, La'amar, La'a, Habaya, Abayanawa, Allah, Alayak, Wakata, Wakatawaka, no, Wakata, Kataabia, La'abia, no, La'abia, Call, Ha, Yamaya. Verse 33 in the Hebrew. Wa'ithia, no, Wa'itha, Yashab, Na'ah, I.S.U.P.K, Sachath, Anayar, Ibad, La Adanya, Wahanayar, Ya'il, Ain, Akil, Ilah, All, Abia, Abia, Wanahire, Wahanna, Ayanawa, Ayananawa, Athaya, Han, Ira, Barai, Ashar, Yamataza, Atha, Abiyah. In the English, it's the book of Genesis, chapter 44, verse 31. In the English, it shall come to pass when he seeth that the lad is not with us, that he will die. And thy servant shall bring down the gray hairs of thy servant, our father, with sorrow to the grave.
So, seeing that his life is bound upon the last life, seeing that my father's life is determined upon the young man's life, it shall come to pass, or it's gonna happen that when he see that the lad ain't, that the young man ain't with us, he is gonna die. And the servants will bring down the gray hairs upon the father's head into sorrow unto his grave. So he's gonna be sad. He's gonna basically cry himself to death. He's gonna mourn himself to death.
Verse 32. For thy servant became surety for the lad unto my father, saying, if I bring him not unto thee, then I shall bear the blame to my father forever.
For he says, I put myself on the line about him for my father. You know what I'm saying? I put myself up, you know what I'm saying? And I told my father, if I don't bring him back, then I'll take the blame of what's happening to you forever. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the blame forever.
33. Now therefore I pray thee, let thy servant abide instead of the lad, a bondman to my Lord, and let the lad go up with his brethren.
And he said, let me be the person is, let me be the person that served you instead of him, so he can go back to his father and his father don't die. You understand me?
Verse 34. For how shall I go up to my father, and the lad be not with me, lest peradventure I see the evil that shall come on my father?
How I'm gonna go back to my daddy without my little brother? You know what I'm saying? How can I do? I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Unless I just want to see the evil unless I want to see my daddy dead. Basically. I'm saying, unless I want pre-adventure, unless I want to go see my daddy. Excuse me. Then would happen if he doesn't bring his brother back. You understand me? Now we about to get into this is chapter 45. We got about 15 more minutes. We're gonna still get into it. Let's rock it out. This is the light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying?
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 45, verse 1 in the Hebrew. YAHANNA, YAHANNA, YAHUSP, LAHATA, SKYPE, Apakwa or just Apak? You doing? Laha Sa'apa. Lakal Al-Yawa Wara Hawa Tazaya Tazaawa Samaki Call Ayash Ma'alya Wala'a Imad Ayash Atawa Bahatawadai Yahusuk all Akiwa. Verse 2. Wayathun Atha Walawa Babakia Wayashemaiwa Matazariam Wayashemai Wayath Harai. Verse 3. Wayamar Yahusuk all Akiwa Anya Yahusuk Iwad Abia Haya Wala'a Yakawa Akiwa La Ainawat Athawa Kaya Nabahawa Mapanyawa. Verse 4 in the Hebrew. Amar Yahusuk all Akiwa Gashawa Na'a Aya Wayagashwa Amar Anya Yahusuk Akiakam Ashar Makartham Atia Matazariam What's it say? Matazarayim. Verse 5 in the Hebrew, Wa'aita all Ba'ayanyakam Kaya Makartham Athaya Ana Kaya Lamakya Shalak Noah Shalaknaya Alahayam Lapanyakam. Verse 6 in the Hebrew, Kaya Za'ah Shanathiam Hara'ai Wakwarab Harataza Wa'aiwad Hamash Shanyam Ashar Ayan Karayash Quataza Yar. Verse 7 in the Hebrew, Wayeshalak Noah Alahayim Lapanyakam Lashawam Lakam Sha'arawat Sha'aroyath Arataza Walaha Chayash Laha Chayawat Lakam La Palayata Gadala. Verse 8 in the Hebrew, Wa'aita La'ah Atham Shalachatham Athaya Hana Kaya Ha'alahayim Waya Shayaman Waya Shayamanaya La'aba La Para'ai La'adawan La'kal Bayatwa Wamashal Wakal Matazariah. Verse 9 Maharawa Wa'alwa all Abaya wa Amaratham wa Amartham Alya Kaha Amar Banat Yawasa Shamanya Alahayim La Adawan Lakal Matazariah Rada'ah Alya all Thaimar Wahayayath Kwarawab Alya Athath Wabanyak Wabanya Banyak Vayaka, Taza Anak, Taza Anaka, Taza Anka, Bakorak, Babaraka, Wabakorka, Wakal, Ashar, Lot. The book of Genesis, chapter 45, verse 1 in the English. Then Joseph could not refrain himself before all them that stood by, and he cried, caused every man to go out from me, and there stood no man with him, and Joseph made himself known unto his brethren.
Joseph couldn't contain himself. He couldn't keep character no more at this point. He cried out, meaning he shouted, or he gave a stern order to get every man go out from me. Meaning, all y'all get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get up out of here. And Joseph made himself known to his brethren, which is his brothers that was in the room with him.
Verse 2, and he wept aloud, and the Egyptians and the house of Pharaoh heard.
There was something going on up in there. Keep going.
Verse 3, and Joseph said unto his brethren, I am Joseph, doth my father yet live? And his brethren could not answer him, for they were troubled at his presence.
And Joseph said to him, like, hey, bro, it's me, Joseph. You know what I'm saying? Is daddy good? Daddy all right? And his brother was like,
If I may, sir, for one, are we talking to a ghost?
yeah, like,
And for two, you know what I'm saying? It could possibly be like, you know, how is this Egyptian saying he my brother?
yeah, they dumbfounded at the thought. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? What is going on?
Right.
Troubled at his presence. Meaning, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine somebody that you thought was dead comes and says, I am him. Like, wait, what? What are you talking about? Like, I just got finished having to tell you on the side that if you keep my little brother, that my daddy was gonna die. And now you telling me this? Like, I don't know, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Oh God. And Joseph said unto his brethren, come near to me, I pray you. And they came near. And he said, I am Joseph, your brother, whom ye sold unto Egypt.
And Joseph said, man, come here. Listen. I'm Joseph. You remember the nigga y'all sold in Egypt? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You remember him? I'm him. You going?
Verse 5, now therefore be not grieved, nor angry with yourselves that ye sold me hither. For God did send me before you to preserve life.
And he said, don't be mad or sad about the whole situation, because God sent me here for a reason, to make sure that y'all stay alive.
Right.
You understand me? Keep going.
Verse 6, for these 2 years hath the famine been in the land, and yet there are 5 years in which there shall neither be earing nor harvest.
So it's been a famine for the last 2 years, but it's gonna be 5 more years where there ain't gonna be nothing else going on, nothing moving in the land. You understand me? Keep going.
Verse 7, and God sent me before you to preserve you a posterity in the earth, and to save your lives by a great deliverance.
And God sent me before you, meaning God sent me to this spot in order to preserve you a posterity in the earth, meaning to hold for you life in the earth. You know what I'm saying? And to save your lives with a great deliverance, meaning, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the person that keeps you guys living in this time of great famine in the 5 years of no earing or meaning you ain't gonna be able to harvest corn, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't able to do, ain't nothing gonna be moving but what's in these storehouses. And God sent me over here so that I can
make sure that y'all stay alive, to preserve your lives, to be a deliverer to you. You know what I'm saying? Keep on.
Right. So now it was not you that sent me hither, but the power. And he hath made me a father to Pharaoh, and the Lord of all his house, and a ruler throughout the land of Egypt.
So while you sitting here thinking that you the one that sent me to Egypt, it wasn't even you. The Most High sent me to Egypt. You know what I'm saying? So that I can come up here and make my presence known, put my foot in the ground. You know what I'm saying? Become a strong ruler in the house of Pharaoh, to the point where Pharaoh is basically eating out the palm of my hand. Pharaoh do what I tell him to do, basically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
if I could say, like, to become an inside man, like now.
Right. When you the whole time you thinking that y'all sold me, y'all thinking y'all was doing something for y'all, but she wasn't. The Most High was doing something for y'all.
Right.
That you couldn't even think that far ahead. You wouldn't even. The Most High's thought pattern is way beyond yours.
Playing checkers.
You know what I'm saying? Right. You playing checkers and the Most High is playing Strategic. Shit, yeah, harder than chess.
Categories.
Sudoku.
Right. Keep going.
We got 2 more verses. Keep moving. Verse 9. Haste ye, and go up to my father, and say unto him, Thus saith thy son Joseph, the power hath made me Lord of all Egypt. Come down unto me, tarry not.
Man, that's some cold stuff to say, you know, to be having the power to say that. You know what I'm saying? Make haste, you know what I'm saying? Go double time, right? Go to daddy. Tell daddy, I said, your son Joseph, God had made me the Lord of all Egypt, the man in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? The guy in Egypt. Now come back to me. Come to me and don't waste no time. You know what I'm saying? Come to me right now, as soon as possible. Make it to me. You want?
Come. Verse 10. And thou shalt dwell in the land of Goshen, and thou shalt be near unto me, thou and thy children and thy children's children, and thy flocks and thy herds, and all that thou hast.
And I'm gonna make you a spot to live at in Goshen. You're gonna be near me. And everything you have, you know what I'm saying, your kids, kids, your flocks, your herds, everything. We're gonna go into it a little bit deeper. We're gonna stop it right there. You know what I'm saying, for time's sake of the class. But y'all seen how this story has progressed, you know what I'm saying, over the past few weeks. Joseph was holding it down as best he could, you know what I'm saying, but now it was time to spill the beans. And he's overwhelmed with emotion. He want all his people near him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you call brotherhood. You feel me? This is what the so-called this is why the so-called rich in America it'll be hard for them to make it into the kingdom, because they get to a point in status point where they become the man in certain places, but they don't do what Commander General Yohanna did.
Right.
They don't hold their ground and stand and give back to the people when they have so much.
Right.
They've been given so much power. They don't give back to their people. They hold on to their people.
Right.
Which we got to learn from this is that with much power comes great responsibility. Right. You know what I'm saying? And not responsibility to everybody, but responsibility to your people. You feel me? Now, he did put them through the ringer because they deserved it. You know what I'm saying? They deserve to get a little bit of stretch them out of just, you know what I'm saying? Shake them up just a little bit. They his brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you don't see your brother for a while, you go, man, throw some hands a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's all love. And this is the brotherly love that he's showing his brothers and he about to show his father is beyond any kind of love that we deal with now today outside of the I.S.U.P.K. You know what I'm saying? No one outside the I.S.U.P.K. give that love. I mean, you hear the Christian pastors right now telling people that you can't go to the Christian church, but you better send the tithe. So,
All right.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, you better keep sending money to me. In a time of famine, the Christian pastors who holds spot as the governor, quote unquote, in this metaphor, are telling the brothers to bring food to the governor's house instead of the governor sending food to the brothers with their money, with their sacks full to the mouth. You feel me? Like, I mean, my sack wasn't even at the mouth when I brought it to you. Not my sack at the mouth. You understand me?
Can't even close it.
Can't even close it. You feel me? That's what you're supposed to do. But again, you don't get that nowhere outside of I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing much to say after that. You know what I'm saying? The I.S.U.P.K. is the home of the truth.
Right.
And we are essential business according to the Lord.
That's right.
That's
right.
That being said, make sure you mark it up. We'll be starting at Genesis 45 and 11 next week. We're almost out of Genesis, y'all. It's time to get to the Salaki. I don't want to say the good stuff, but because everything we've been reading is good stuff. But,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? When we get to Exodus, y'all know it's finna go down. You know what I'm saying? It's
Gangster.
starting to get real gangster.
It's gonna be a bunch of more Negroes.
Man, look,
Start doing a bunch of more stupid stuff.
right. The lessons will teach themselves almost.
Right.
You understand me? But we're gonna get into some real deep, heavy stuff in Exodus. But we almost out of Genesis again. So stick with us, bear with us here in Houston. This is the I.S.U.P.K. Houston Sabbath Service class. And with that, Amadim, which means to stand. Sar, which means to turn. We're gonna do the Lord's
Kasalakinawa.
Kabawakinawa.
Hawaiinawa. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and give us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. With that, Sar, we're going to salute the Torah. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Yah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
There we go.
Yeah, right.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak Yah. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
No. Slow down.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
That's it.
Yahweh Hashem.
Yahweh,
Yahweh
Hashem,
Hashem.
Yahweh Shah,
Yahweh
Barak Yah.
Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Yah.
Say it again.
Sit down.
YAHANNA, Barak Yah. Yahweh, I.S.U.P.K, Yahweh, Barak Yah.
How was your magia?
Right.
Two more. Come on.
Hold on. That's the brother. Just the brother. What's what? Two more brothers.
Come on.
Come on, Sam.
Come on.
Come on, Sam.
Come on.
Get over here.
That's all right.
Bring him up.
You ain't in trouble, man. Look, come on, look. Yahweh. Say Yahweh. I.S.U.P.K.
Most High in Christ.
Yeah.
It's good.
All right.
Out of there.
Come on, boy. Come on.
Okay.
Look. Come on. Yahweh. I.S.U.P.K. Yahweh Barak Yah.
There we go, bro. All right. Young men.
Right.
There we go. All right. And with that, we're gonna do a courtesy salute. Out. How you dropped it? Men of Israel, I.S.U.P.K, Barak, Barak, YAHANNA, dismiss.
She's on.
Yeah.
Showed up out here, baby.
Yeah, you know I had to come see boy. Hey, you know I had to come see you, man. Let's talk the spot, man.
God, every time I pull his shirt out, I gotta pull his joke out, man. I can't go home without it.
I was like, right. Wow, what's happening with your money, man?
Man, dog.
You know it. You know it. Oh, what you mean? You know it. Yeah, brotherhood, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm right.
That shit gonna be with an ice in it.
Yeah, man.
I thought you would have been up here early today.
Bled me. You see that boy bled me? That boy bled me, dog. Hey, man. I'm taking this account.
But I'm still kind of shaky. You know, I be having I got to at a certain time. I had to get on my rib ass because you know this shit, everything got to be done like this on schedule. You know, she wouldn't.
So don't this.
Yeah, no, man. I'm just really just off schedule. And then earlier I had to go. I was looking for some frames because I'm gonna get some glasses. So I went to go do that shit. That's why I was late. That's why I went to go, man. Ain't no eyeglass. I was gonna go to eyeglass place too, but it's
Out of them hoes, out of there.
they
They
can schedule that shit. Yeah.
I need me some more actually too, because these they cool, but now that I'm working at the crib now, I kind of don't need the shade no more. And there was the fluorescent lights and shit, so I need something that's open.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get both. Try to get me a pair of like clear ones and some shades so I can have a class too. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Yeah. Cause I took the game from goddamn lock walk.